Hello and welcome to my video today. While I have known the company that is known as Waymo that has driverless cars for ride sharing, I have never been aware of Zoox. When I arrived at the hotel during my SEMA trip, I noticed the Zoox name and vehicle image all around. I even saw it at the airport. Well, here's a brief overview. The company was started in 2014 by Tim Kentley-Clay and Jesse Levinson, who happened to be developing self-driving technology at Stanford University. And together they developed a fully autonomous, purpose-built vehicle from the ground up. It gained attention for its unique bidirectional robotaxi design and raised significant venture capital before being acquired by Amazon for approximately $1.2 billion in 2020. The company has received permits for driverless testing in California and launched a public robotaxi service in Las Vegas in September 2025. So it's only been operating for a short while here. When looking at their website, you can see that the map that they cover for the ride-sharing area is fairly limited to hotel sites along the Strip. My hotel at Resorts World appears to be the main terminal, as you can see that they have a kiosk at the rideshare entrance. I chose the furthest stop, which happens to be the Luxor Hotel, which is between 2 to 3 miles away from my hotel. First thing you need to do is download the Zoox app to your phone and sign in with your phone number. Once you get an access code, you can start your first trip. I did a test run last night, and it seems to take anywhere between 15 to 20 minutes for a car to arrive after making the request. Of course, this depends on the number of other people requesting rides, as well as how many Zoox vehicles are actively running. Here's some close-ups of the car's cameras and LiDARs. In each of the four corners, there's a number of different cameras that point in different directions, as well as the tall component, which happens to be the LiDAR sensor. There's also cameras in the very front and the very rear. So there's excellent coverage for guiding the car on its route. Zoox says it's not a car, but a purpose-built vehicle designed for four riders and not drivers. So robotaxi seems to be a good term. This is a carriage-style vehicle that is designed to go forward or backward, and the lights switch from red in the rear to white in the front if it changed directions. So currently this test system is set up in Las Vegas, and from what I hear, they're going to be opening up other locations in California. So we'll see how well they compete with the other companies such as Waymo, which is the main driverless vehicle rideshare system that I know of. Honestly, it's a big enough market for multiple vendors or providers for these robotaxis, so it's an interesting future for mobility. The Zoox vehicle has a 133 kilowatt hour battery pack that provides enough power for up to 16 hours of operation on a single charge. The large battery is composed of two packs, which each 66.5 kilowatt hour pack located under each row of seats. The vehicle's size and capacity make it one of the largest batteries for an electric vehicle that is designed for continuous operation throughout the day. I've also read that it can go up to 70 miles per hour. Pretty impressive specs. One thing I didn't notice when I was riding the vehicle is that there's a lot of attention to safety. If you go through the rider's manual, you'll see a huge description of everything that's included with the vehicle. Here's a summary of all the airbags that are in the Zoox. This is a picture of the horseshoe airbags that pretty much surround each row of seats. Then there are frontal airbags for each of the riders. There's rear airbags behind the seat. There are also seat side airbags on the lower left and lower right sides of the row. And then there are also seat pan airbags on the bottom of each of the seats. I'm not going to go over everything that's in the rider manual. If you're interested, you just go into the help section, click on rider manual, and it's all in there for you to peruse at your leisure. But I would suggest reading it over before you take your ride. I probably should have done that beforehand. But yeah, so check that out and you'll be fully informed about everything in the vehicle. So at this point, I'm going to show you the experience I had with waiting for the Zoox to arrive, riding it, and I'm going to give you the feedback after. So let's get started with that right now. All right, let's see if this one is mine. Yep, that one is mine. Interesting to see how it reacts to cars around it. Oh, I guess it lets you off right there. So, all right, so I'm gonna get on. So you press the button here to open.
To open the doors, use the Zoox app.
Oh, let's try the app. So I had to use the app to get this started. Let me get everything on. All right, so here we go. Let's have a look here. So we have 2 seats in the front facing the rear. And we have 2 seats in the rear facing the front. So, requested for Matthew. I guess we are going. Press close door. And I have a private trip here. Oh, also up top, we have like a dual sunroof area here. We got some lights. Oh, emergency button. Hopefully we don't need to use that. We have doors on this side too. Kind of interesting headrests here. It's like kind of a net. I guess they don't want you to put anything on this side of it. Pretty comfy. It is a fabric with plastic lower section here for durability. This is like almost like a latex foam rubber feel to it. And I guess it's waiting for me to put on my seatbelt. So let me put on my seatbelt. Oh, there we go. All right.
Start your ride by using the touchscreen.
All right. So let's see. I have my seatbelt on. I am gonna start ride.
We hope you enjoy your ride. If you need help, you can use the help menu on the touchscreen.
I'm gonna turn the music off since that may cause problems with my YouTube, but you do have the ability to change music here. So you got some presets. Oh, quite a few choices here. Climate control. Let's see what we got. You can adjust the temperature. We have auto fan speed here. And yeah, so why not make it a little colder? I am in Vegas after all. And let's go to the home button. Just gives you a summary, 10 minutes to the destination and the time, 12:27 p.m. arrival. Currently 12:18. There's a help button here. Let's see what help button does. So I guess if there's an emergency, you can press this. Call Zoox support, and there's a QR code as well. So lots of information here. All right, so let me just have a look while it's driving, which is the cool thing. Once we get to the first intersection here, trying to show the stoplight. Let me focus way down there. Oh yeah, and you can see the stoplight. Let's see how that all works. In the meantime, let me give you some more views around the side. So it's pretty identical looking from each side here. You got dual doors on both sides. The seats facing the rear and the seats facing the front are identical. And every seat has its own LCD screen. Got some nice cup holders right here. And I guess this is a charging pad. Let me test that and see. Yes, it is. Yeah, so it is a fully working charging pad for your phone. And also here, I didn't even notice, the armrest here has two USB ports, USB-C ports. And here we're going through the intersection. And let's have a view out the side here. The thing has pretty good acceleration here. What's really disconcerting is when it changes lanes, I know it uses its turn signals, but there's no turn signal sound in the vehicle. So that's just something I noticed just now. And man, the acceleration is brisk. So you definitely need to have your seatbelts on. And the braking. Pretty interesting here. I was worried at first about bringing my luggage in, but there is plenty of room for luggage. My large case here and my other backpack right here. I'm actually gonna pick this up, put this on the seat. And we are waiting. Let me see if I can, there we are. So we have green. And let's see what we got. In some ways, I wish I sat in the front seat so I could get some view of the driving. I'll try my best like this to give you an idea of how it's sticking in the lanes. I don't know about you, but facing rear for me, when I do that on, say, a train, I don't know, I just don't like it compared to facing forward. So far, pretty uneventful. It's got to deal with crazy Las Vegas traffic, so a good a test as anything, I would think. One nice thing right now is all of these rides are free since the Zoox is undergoing testing. And I don't know how many units they have, but I am guessing at least 12 to 20 units because I saw almost a dozen before my car even got to me. So there you can see. But I must say, with the dual sunroof, you get lots of light in here, large windows, so you don't feel too confined. I mean, you do get some shade overhead here, and I guess that helps from the sun in Las Vegas here. And here we go again. Tesla Model 3. Can you full self-drive? Lots of traffic. Ah, interesting. It is adjusting its position in the lane. And the light is green. So you can see ahead, like the distance it keeps between the vehicles. Oh, that's weird. Oh, wow. Okay, it changed lanes just before the intersection. Interesting. Of course, most places, I think changing lanes in an intersection is illegal. So I am guessing it's programmed to follow the laws. Just a quick check. We are more than halfway there. It says 4 minutes remaining. I am right near the Bellagio Hotel. I think the forward-facing camera angle right here is most interesting because I'm interested to see how close it gets to other vehicles and how it stays in the lane or when it decides to shift to a different lane. So if you notice, it is braking. Oh, I'm bad at estimating car lengths, but it was at least 5-6 car lengths behind that truck before it slowed down, so pretty decent considering we're probably going a max of 30 miles an hour or so. That's one thing you don't know in the vehicle is the speed. Nothing to indicate miles per hour or kilometers per hour in the situation. I'm trying to see if I can find some speed limit signs. I think this area here is probably 35, 45 max. So definitely not high speed like you would be seeing on a highway, of course. And we are turning to the left right here, and there is the stop. We have the Luxor Hotel right next to that, Mandalay Bay. And I think it keeps on going. It go to, I think, the area where the Lyft and Uber stops are. But I'm curious to see where it drops me off. All right, so we're saying 1 minute. Speed bumps. All right, it handles speed bumps. By the way, we have the Excalibur Hotel on this side. Arriving soon, so it gives you a little warning, a little sound there to let you know to get your stuff ready and vacate when it arrives. More speed bumps. All right, so here we go. We are pulling into the Luxor rideshare stop. Not going to take my seatbelt off. Ooh, nice angle there. Nicely threading the needle between the signs. Well done. All right, I think.
Please watch your head and check for traffic as you leave.
All
Don't
right.
forget your things.
All right, take my seatbelt off. Oh, okay, here's the interesting thing right here. I'm gonna press open doors. But watch, we have the sign right here, so gotta be a little careful exiting. Oh, I'll get my suitcases out. Bye-bye, Zoox. Good driving today. Curious to see what it does. Is it gonna pick anybody up at this location? I don't know. Oh, all right, see you later, Zoox. Notice that he stops for pedestrians. And then he goes. Well, there we go, a successful ride on the Zoox. I'm amazed how many people are using it, and so far from what I've seen, it runs pretty nicely. Probably a dozen to 20 vehicles are on the circuit. It goes to a number of the different hotels on the strip. Not a huge area, so I'm wondering if they will expand it over time through this testing. But for right now, it's using the rideshare pickup and drop-off points. Seems pretty decent, and right now, even better for the customer, they are free. So you can go on these rides all day long if you want. Just use the app. You can download the app, sign up, and then within 20 to 30 minutes, the car shows up to take you where you want to go. So if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Vegas has definitely become the EV town since my last visit.